Hi, this is John with PDF Tax. Right now we have Form 1040X, the amended U.S. individual income tax return here on the screen. So we're going to spend a little time seeing how this form works. This is the form that you would use if you made some kind of mistake on your original tax return, your Form 1040, and you needed to fix that. So I've already entered the names and social security numbers and address for this married filing joint couple. They also have one dependent, although that doesn't show on page 1 of 1040X. So let's go ahead and see how this will work. And we're going to say that this is for year 2017. And I've already checked this box, married filing joint. And then over here we need to indicate whether they had full health care coverage all year, and we're going to say yes, they did. Now, let's suppose that on their original return they had one W-2, and that's all they had for income, which was $75,000. So the first thing we need to do is enter the original amounts from the original tax return, and then we'll adjust those later. So we'll put $75,000 in here like that. And that carries over to the corrected column, but we're going to change that a little bit later when we make some corrections. And then on line 2, we need to enter their standard deduction, which for a married filing joint return in 2017 is $12,700. So we'll put that there. And then with 3 exemptions, one for each of them and one for their dependent, their exemptions for 2017 is 3 times 4,050, which is 12,150, like that. So now their taxable income on line 5 shows up as 50,150, and now we need to enter the tax. And if you look in the 1040 instructions in the tax table, you'll see that the amount of tax on 50,150 is $65.94, right there, like that. And then we need to tell the IRS how that tax was figured, and the most common method and the ones that these taxpayers used was the tax table. So we'll put that in there like that. Now they also had some income tax withheld on their W-2 of $6,800, so that goes on line 12. And on their original return they had a refund of $206, which right now anyway shows up on line 22, but we need to put that on line 18, the overpayment on the original return of $206. So now their refund, at least right now, is 0 because they haven't made any adjustments yet, but we'll do that now. So like I said earlier, they had a W-2 form that they forgot to put on their original return. Excuse me. And the amount of income on the W-2, the amount of wages is $12,000. So we'll put that there like that. And the standard deduction doesn't change, and the exemptions don't change. So their new taxable amount is $62,150. Now, if we go back to the tax table and look up the amount of tax for $62,150, we can see that that comes up to $83.94. Whoops, it's $83.94, but we want to put just the increase, and the increase is $1,800. So the new tax is $83.94, and that's still from the tax table, so we'll leave that alone. So there we go, like that. And however, on line 12, they also had some income tax withheld on that new W-2 form of $2,000, right there. So their total withholding now is $8,800. So we would expect that since their withholding increased by $2,000 and their tax increased by $1,800, the refund would be they'd expect a refund of $200, the difference between 2,000 and 1,800, and you can see that's exactly what we have on line 22. That's the difference between line 11C and line 19. The amount overpaid is $200. So when they send in this tax return, they will be getting a refund of $200. That's how the 1040X works. If you have any questions about that, please put that in your comments below. And thanks for listening.